Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. We're sitting in the middle of fall spring right now, guys, and it is beautiful out, but we do have a storm rolling in and we are expected to get a lot of rain tomorrow. But some of my plants out here are confused. While there's some weeds that need weeded out here in my garden bed and my old hosta plants need pulled out, the stems and stuff, to kind of clean this area up, some of my plants are starting to pop back up. So I need to clean the area out and kind of get it squared away a little bit because some of those plants are popping up. So I do want to give them some room. So I'm going to get to work on that before the rain hits. But Mike and Frankie have been hard at work with the tractor today. They did a super cool surprise for Beulah while they were out there working and moving some things with the chicken coop. So Beulah has a really large front area here in her pasture. She's got lots of room to roam. She can go all the way down behind the goats, all the way up to the road here. It's several acres. She likes to primarily hang out kind of in this front section along here, kind of closer to the house where she can kind of see the house more. I've noticed she does go back down there, but not too close to the creek line. We have this one little area up front that had just a little bit of barbed wire on it because we had run out of slick wire that we had used on the main portion of her fencing, and people were freaking out about it. Now, the funny thing is out here, most people use barbed wire for their fencing. While yes, this can be an issue if the horse especially is in a smaller, more confined area, but when you have several acres, it's not as big of a concern of them getting spooked up against the wires. Yes, accidents can happen anytime, no matter what you do. Yes, this is true. But for the most part, if you're talking about a several acre pasture, it's not as likely. It's not something that is going to be as big a concern. And it is something out here that is very common. Most pastures are fenced with barbed wire. The only time they're not is when it's for goats, mainly because goats will get out of anything. And out in our area, not very many people even keep goats. But today it was time to kind of redo the chicken run area, move that electric fencing, give them a fresh area of ground now that we're defrosted, but the ground is still soft. Before we get this next round of rain, it was the perfect time to be able to kind of move that and shift it around. So Mike and Frankie are working on that. And when they were doing that, they found some extra slick wire.
So we're tearing this little section of fence out right here because this is ultimately where the barn's going to go. This fence is going to go anyway. And right now I'm moving the electric fence over to put the birds over to clean this area up. So this fence is in the way, plus it's just something they can hop up onto and then hop out. And what's cool is this has got slick wire on it, which, here, straighten that out for me, would you? And I think we've got just enough slick wire that we're going to pull off of here to replace the last little section of the horse pen that currently has barbed wire, which is great. So then we have slick wire all the way around the horse. So that's what we're doing right now.
this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around long enough to know some things you can't take back, some things you just got to let go. Yes. Hell, I got Sammy on the phone, Nikki at home, trying to get along so I can be with you, babe. No, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying, are you coming, babe? Well, you might think you drive me insane. I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think that maybe you should know this ain't my first rodeo.
Hope you're holding on tight, because it's got to get sideways.
Some things you can't take back, and some things you just got to let go. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Come on, baby. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you really ought to know this ain't my first rodeo.
Stop. Hammer time.
Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. The shot of love and the spark of love to breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like the dried out leaves. Are we leaving on the next string, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this rush of life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million.
I think I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah. See if you can get that inside. Bring the bottom back out this way a little so it doesn't fall.
I know this is supposed to be a parenting moment, but you're trying so hard not to laugh. I feel like it took us a lot longer to do this than it should have. Yeah. But there was a lot of underlying work that had to take.
We can throw some seed on this back here because the chickens can't get to it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is it's going to take a while to grow back, but when it does, it's going to be better than all that.
Maybe.
In theory, it's got fertilizer and more fresh dirt that has some soil in it.
So as you can see, guys, some of these plants are already starting to come back in here for spring. You know, these really only just completely died out really in the beginning of December. They weren't looking so good for like a month or two, but they really only just died out. And then these twigs right here were all my hostas. And there's a bunch of vines in here that now, while they're kind of dead, had kind of crept in there that I'm going to clean out. So, and you can see obviously there's a lot of oak leaves in here. So, but some of these things, there's some little weird flowers that are kind of popping up. So a lot of this just needs cleaned out. There's some weeds obviously that have sprung up in here. But now's the time to kind of get to it and see all these hostas, all these basically are twigs right now. It just needs cleaned out. So that's what I'm going to work on right now.
Just relax, rest easy, man. You know I still got your back, no matter. When it all floods in, this strong emotion, you know I'm feeling it too. All that you have been through, I've been walking with you all along. Every ghost you saw, every bad dream, anytime you need me, you can call. Every rise and fall, you'll see I will do it all for you. I will, I will do it all for you. I will. Have a little faith, child. Like a hurricane coast, you've seen it all. So much stormy weather, who can put you back together? Can you slow for a while? Breathe deep again. Give up what's in your hands to your garden friend.
I don't know what these things are called. I can't remember. And guys, remember, I am not the plant person here. So, you know, all I know is you're not supposed to cut plants when it's like, when they're alive, right? Like you're supposed to trim them when the sap and the stuff is out of them. And these all come back every year, and there's obviously clusters of them, as you can see, and they're all coming back in. So I did take the majority of the dead stuff out, and obviously the grass that's in here is kind of dead right now. Obviously I didn't get all of it out because they're so intertwined that I didn't want to risk cutting some of the new plants that are in here that are coming up out of the dead growth, but I wanted to take some of it out, so I left some barrier but just kind of cleaned it up a bit. And Mr. Bunko's always got to come help. He was watching me work, huh? He said, this is his favorite spot to hang out in the spring and summer, by the way. He loves to get in these, and when you come home from something, he loves to jump out at you. He thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. He waits for that. He loves it. Huh? It's your favorite thing? Yeah. Your favorite thing? He's a good boy. we go. Several weird wheelbarrows full of stuff out. I lost track of how many wheelbarrows it was, but it was a lot. And luckily Frankie had already done a burn pile today, so I just kind of added to it with all those weeds and leaves and stuff. So it's cleaned up quite a bit. I mean, you know, it's obviously not in full bloom yet and not fully done, but not too bad. I mean, big difference from all those leaves and, you know, pieces of dead plants and all that stuff. I think you kind of notice it probably the most over here. At least I notice it the most over here. And then I cleaned out over here too. I'll show you guys real quick. I cleaned out some of it. The way the wind blows around the house, I've moved this pile of leaves I don't know how many times, but the wind kind of settles the leaves here. So this is just the last 2 days pile. But anyway, this, I cut out the old hollyhock stems, which I could go a little bit deeper, but those will come back in a few months. And then these are starting to come through, and then I don't know what they are, but they're pretty. And then these, guys, these are tulips. All these right here, and all these right here, and right there are tulips, and there's some more in there. So I got all there might be some more in there, but I got all the leaves off the top of that. And then I don't know if you guys can see, all around the base of that light pole, that greenery right there. That greenery right there are those daffodils that have already started popping up in the beginning of February, right after we had that ice storm. The minute we thawed, those popped up. So I'm a little concerned that some of these plants are popping up a little bit early. I feel like it was more towards the end of February last year and not the beginning of February when everything started popping up. But we had a lot more rain last year. Like, I feel like this year's been a lot drier and warmer than it was last year. So I don't know, but I've given it the best conditions I can for now. So we'll see. But we're so close, guys. I mean, the end of March should be the last last frost, and then everything will be green. Everything, this lawn will be green and lush. All the trees will be full of leaves again. All of the animals will be animaling and doing what they do, and I'm excited for it. So I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and remember, safety's off.